As a Christian, it's essential to address the topic of climate change with a critical and nuanced perspective, recognizing that the issue has been politicized and often misrepresented. While the Bible teaches us to be good stewards of the earth, it's crucial to distinguish between factual, scientific data and the manipulated narrative often presented by climate change proponents. Christians can fight back against the fake climate change agenda by seeking truth, promoting biblical wisdom, and engaging in constructive dialogue. Firstly, Christians must be diligent in seeking accurate information rather than relying on sensationalized media reports or alarmist claims. This involves consulting credible sources, such as the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change (IPCC) reports, and evaluating the data objectively. By doing so, Christians can identify the discrepancies between the actual science and the exaggerated narratives often presented. For instance, while climate change is a real phenomenon, the extent of its impact and the role of human activity are subjects of ongoing debate. Christians should be cautious of ideologies that exploit fear and misinformation to promote a particular agenda. Moreover, Christians can promote biblical wisdom on environmental stewardship, which emphasizes the importance of responsible resource management and conservation. The Bible teaches us to care for the earth, recognizing that it is God's creation and a gift to humanity. Genesis 1:28, Psalm 24:1. This perspective encourages Christians to adopt sustainable practices, reduce waste, and protect natural resources, not out of fear of climate change, but out of reverence for God and a sense of responsibility towards future generations. By focusing on biblical teachings, Christians can promote a positive, proactive approach to environmental conservation, rather than simply reacting to the climate change narrative. Christians can also engage in constructive dialogue with climate change advocates, seeking to understand their perspectives and sharing their own biblical worldview. This involves listening to concerns, asking questions, and presenting alternative viewpoints in a respectful and gracious manner. By doing so, Christians can help to build bridges and foster greater understanding, rather than perpetuating polarization and conflict. Furthermore, Christians can support organizations and initiatives that promote sustainable development, environmental conservation, and community-based projects, demonstrating the practical application of biblical values. In addition, Christians should be aware of the potential consequences of climate change policies and ideologies, particularly in relation to economic and social justice. The climate change agenda often promotes radical measures such as carbon taxation, renewable energy mandates, and restrictions on economic growth, which can have devastating effects on vulnerable communities, particularly in developing countries. Christians should advocate for policies that balance environmental concerns with economic and social responsibility, ensuring that the most vulnerable members of society are not disproportionately affected. Ultimately, Christians can fight back against the fake climate change agenda by promoting a biblical worldview that emphasizes truth, wisdom, and compassion. By seeking accurate information, promoting environmental stewardship, engaging in constructive dialogue, and advocating for responsible policies, Christians can contribute to a more informed and nuanced discussion on climate change. As the Bible teaches, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2. By embracing this mindset, Christians can navigate the complex issue of climate change with discernment, wisdom, and a deep commitment to their faith.